Welcome back to my small, humble dog and pony show right here on YouTube. And yes, I've been off for a short while. I had some personal things I had to close up and, or what do you say, get done. And now it's done and it's very good. And I'm back. I have the time to indulge, or what do you call it, enjoy some great music and share my love for music. If you're new to the channel, the content, so to speak, is mostly, or should we say half and half, what I love in music, artists, groups, and so on, and stuff I discover on YouTube or through commentaries, And yes, you know the drill, but that's my channel, short and sweet. And I was thinking, what is my first video after a vacation from YouTube? And it's got to be the latest one, the one that I heard for the first time a couple of days ago, and it's also a very fantastic message in it, or story, should I say. It's a Brandon Lake track, Hard Fought Hallelujah, or Hallelujah, I don't know how you pronounce it, with a colleague, friend, I don't know the story, called Jelly Roll. Yes, yeah, man. My first knowledge I did not know before 2 days ago. The only character I knew, or person, out of the two in the duet we are about to hear in short seconds, was and is Jelly Roll. And my knowledge of him is not like listening to full tracks, snips, but through wrestling television, And he has, if you follow wrestling or know about it, he's a fan, and he appeared a few minutes. I think last time I saw him was, I don't know, was it WrestleMania or something like that, They were doing a bit. He was slamming some poor bastards bastard, it was only one, through the canvas, I paint, so I call it canvas. I don't know what I forgot the name, Anywho, it's not important. So I know about Jelly Roll, and I was having him in my head, noted that I would follow up. I kind of like that the personality and what I heard about, or should I say, of his music, the small bits. I think, to be more clear about it, when they have a commercial about the theme song, this year's theme song going into, let's say, WrestleMania, and it's Jelly Roll, and they play 12 seconds of it, a bit small, and then it's on like Donkey Kong, and that was enough for me to just right behind my ears, that yeah, I need to check him out. I dig it, I never been, actually, one of my very, 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 very first, and I think I mentioned it at least once, going back talking about my childhood and how I discovered great music. My first memory of a song that really spoke to me was Rhinestone Cowboy. I was singing on in the kitchen floor, I remember, and my mama was just like awestruck and laughing, at the same time. Not awestruck, it was like fantastic. It sounded great, not, but more like, I think having a kick out of my passion, revolving the song, the lyrics. I really, dove into it as a small kid, as kids do. Like they live the things they do when they play cowboys and Indians, as we call it back in the day. You are that character for that period. If you sing a song about a cat that is a little naughty cat, that's the Danish one. Kattejammer rock. I don't know how you gonna translate that. You were a little naughty cat in your brain for 2.5 minutes, going like the song said. So yeah, enough of the chitter chatter. Let's just listen to the song. I heard it before, and I thought, as I tried to tell you, perfect way to get my channel back. It's not gone, but after vacation. It's a beautiful message. I could go on talking about that. So before we do that, we have been talking for a while. Let's give it a go, and I'm gonna listen to a version I think this is the one I heard. That must be some kind of studio version, And I know I did some research. It's if I have done my research good enough, it starts with Brandon Lake doing the track, and that's 4 months ago. You can really learn something here. And then it turns into a duet, and then it turns into a duet live on stage in some Opry. If I remember, that place is also a place where I have seen recordings of Johnny Cash and so on. If I'm not mistaken, it's like the Grand Ole Opry. That's just something that just went through my head. Could be wrong. Let's do it. Yeah, man. Sorry about the lightning.
Yeah, I don't always feel it. Yeah, but that's when I need it the most. So I'ma keep on singing till my soul catches up with my soul. There's times when my hands go off reading, and times that they call. And there's days when praise comes out easy, days when it takes all the strength I got. So I'll bring my heartfelt, been through hell, hallelujah. I'll bring my soul, tossed, torn.
man.
Oh, I've wrestled with the darkness, but I'm trying to reach for the light. Yeah, the struggle keeps me honest, and it breaks down the walls of my pride. 'Cause faith is improving like gold till it's been through the fire. Oh, my head always feeling heavy, and that's when I lift him just a little higher. I bring my heart into hell. Hallelujah. I bring my soul story to tell. Hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause God, you've been patient. My God, you've been gracious. I'm faithful whatever I'm feeling or facing. I bring my heart, it is well. Hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh. Hallelujah.
Yeah, man. And then it goes into stadium rock. You know, like. Man, that was some drum filling. Yeah, man. We gotta be careful.
My God, you've been gracious. Faithful whatever I'm feeling or facing. I bring my heart, it is well. Hallelujah.
Wow. Man. Love it. Wowee. Yeah, man. Give it up for Jelly Roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the debut of Brandon Lake, and that was the debut of Brandon Lake and Jelly Roll Hard Fight. Hallelujah. Thank you for spending your night in Nashville. I hope you leave here blessed, y'all. Love you.
Nashville. Wow, man. I'm gonna cut it off. That's easier because we just, commercials, crap like that. Hallelujah, Jesus Christus. Wowee. Powerful stuff, I ought to say, right off the cuff, while I'm thinking, that was a pretty dope live version. Did not surprise me because I have heard the track before, studio, version, and it's kind of like the same, but more. This one felt, because we have the audience and we can see how you and I react, or fans react. people who love it, who dig it. I certainly dug it. And yeah, he mentioned, what's the name? Memphis? I already forgot. Elvistown, USA, I think, the opera, or what was it called? I think it is a legendary stage, if I'm not mistaken. Words are slipping me right now. But I think you know what I'm talking about. This Brandon is totally new to me. My impression is, if I should guess, that guy, he was the winner of a song competition. I'm just guessing to have some fun, because he had an awesome voice, and the rest is history. He found a career. He got some attention. That's just my how I read that kind of artist, right off the cuff. First second, it's like, oh yeah, it could be a modern type of getting to fame through reality music, television. And I'm sick of that. I haven't watched that for over 10 years since I watched anything close to X Factor, or what you call it. I'm sick of that. I would never pick up a program like, or watch a program. I can't even say it. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna try to say it again. Or maybe I should. I will never watch a program like that again. And I remind you, I am from Denmark, so if I'm not the best at English, you got you have a clue right there. I'm gonna have to listen to some more Jelly Roll. That's just the way it goes. I don't know. I'm not to be unfair. That's just like we each react in different ways. My reaction to this duet is I need to pick up. I need to listen to both, but I'm most eager to listen to a full album of Jelly Roll first. That's just me. And that's just because of the aura, what I'm getting at from Jelly Roll, the character, the man, the spirit. Both of them are beautiful to experience, but there's something about that guy Jelly Roll that speaks to me. When the same feeling you get when you are in the presence of a kindred spirit, if that makes sense. And I'm also more gravitated, or what do you say, to his way of singing. I love that it's a little more, if we are talking about Brandon, it's perfect, but it's missing that quality I would call, you can hear that what he's actually singing about, he's been through hell at some point, wrestled with the darkness, and you can hear that in his tone, because his instrument, or what do you call it, his voice is it's not rough, but you can hear it has been used. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I really like it. Love it, I should say. So anywho, that was the video for today, and we will pick up the pieces. You can all if you're that kind of viewer or subscriber or whatever, if you have something on your heart, you know where to write it. I don't have to tell anybody watching my videos that. That's the common knowledge on YouTube. You know, so, but it's very easy because I don't get many suggestions, and I only have this YouTube channel. There's no way else around this. You cannot reach me through something called Patreon or I still don't know what that is, and I don't care because YouTube is enough. That really does it for me. It's not perfect. We got lots of commercials, but I'm trying to keep it as commercial free as possible for as long, and it will never be, like for an example, you would never go onto my channel and all of a sudden I will change the narrative and talk about some kind of health food or some web page or some discount, I think that for me, when I see a channel do that, that's the same way for the channel to say, yeah, we sold out totally. For us, it's more important to have 1 million likes and watchers, watching the videos. And it's business. For me, it will never be business. My business is something else, And yeah, that's it, man. Now we talked. And the number, just to cap it off, to give it some kind of score for the fun of it, I would say this is a goddamn 10 out of 10. Excuse my language, apropos the lyrics. Is this a 10 out of 10 in the genre of the great ballad, stadium rock meets country ballad, You got the that's country, that's stadium rock in my opinion. That little chorus or what you want. It wasn't the chorus, but you know what I mean. That little bridge, the little O bridge with the light on in the air in the middle of the night. I could see it, man. And then we have that powerful, chorus. That. And I was thinking that trumpet hit, dum 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 dum, hallelujah. It's kind of like the same sound they use in horror movies. Go back and listen to it. Every stab, I would call it a stab. It sounds not like a horror movie when you listen to it but it's like a wake up slap. It's like a heartfelt. Go back and listen to the did. It's almost psycho music from the movie, but made into something beautiful. It's a real slap to the face. It's a trumpet party. It has that Vegas, that sound of wall. I could describe it in a lot of ways. It's very, very Tom Jones. Old school stuff. Perfecto. That is why I will give it a 10 out of 10. And the message, that's a Spinal Tap. That's that's turned up to 11. Message received. But you're talking to the choir. Anyway, that is it for today. I can promise you I will be back in a couple of days. I do have some schedule, a lot of schedule, but in a short few days maximum, Yes, we're back. See you in the next video. I love you. Domo, arigato for watching, and thank you very, very much.